Manifestation is not a fragmented process. You are not bound by time, space, or any limitation when you align your inner world with your desires. The power within you is infinite and knows no boundaries. Clarity of desire is the cornerstone of all manifestation. To bring forth what you want into your reality, you must first understand exactly what it is that you desire. This may seem simple, but in truth, it requires profound introspection and an unwavering commitment to self-awareness. Most people move through life with vague wants, scattered thoughts, and conflicting wishes. They say, I want success, I want love, or I want happiness, but these are not clear desires, they are mere shadows of clarity, too ambiguous to draw the power of creation to them. Clarity is not just knowing what you want, it is the complete embodiment of your vision, as if it were already true. Another vital aspect of clarity is specificity. You must paint your desire with the vivid strokes of imagination. It is not enough to say, I want a new home. Instead, envision every detail, the color of the walls, the warmth of the sunlight streaming through the windows, the feeling of the soft carpet under your feet. Live within that vision, as though it is your present reality. The clearer your image, the more power it holds. Vagueness dilutes your energy, while specificity sharpens your focus, drawing the unseen forces of creation toward you like a magnet. Clarity also involves prioritization. When you try to manifest multiple things at once, it's easy to become overwhelmed. But clarity allows you to see how each desire fits into the greater whole of your life. It's not about choosing one thing over another. It's about recognizing how all your desires can coexist harmoniously. This requires trust in your inner guidance. Sometimes the journey to one desire opens doors to others you hadn't even imagined. Clarity does not mean rigidity, it means trusting that the essence of what you seek is always working to align with you, even if the form it takes surprises you. It is also essential to let go of external influences when defining your desires. Too often, people shape their wants based on what they believe they should want or what society expects of them. But these are not true desires, they are borrowed dreams, and they carry no creative power. The clarity you seek must come from within. Sit with yourself in silence and listen to the whispers of your heart. Ask yourself, is this what I truly want? Or is it what I've been told to want? When your desire is authentic, it will resonate with a deep sense of peace and certainty. Clarity requires consistency. Your vision must remain steady, unshaken by the changing circumstances of the external world. Doubts will arise and obstacles may appear, but they are only distractions. Clarity acts as your anchor, keeping you grounded in the truth of what you desire. When you hold a clear image of your goal, you send a powerful signal to the universe. But when you waver, your energy becomes scattered, and the manifestation process slows. Clarity is a living practice. It is not something you define once and then forget. As you grow and evolve, so too will your desires. This is not a sign of failure, but of expansion. Allow yourself the freedom to refine your vision. Each time you return to your desires, you deepen your understanding of them, and in doing so, you bring them closer to you. Clarity of desire is the foundation upon which all manifestation is built. It is the light that guides you through the shadows of doubt and the storms of uncertainty. When you know with absolute certainty what you want and hold that vision firmly in your mind and heart, you set into motion forces beyond your comprehension. The world begins to shift, opportunities arise, and your desires take shape in ways you could never have planned. Clarity is the act of claiming your power as a creator, and with it, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Unified feeling is the secret language through which desires are transformed into reality. It is not enough to think about what you want, nor is it sufficient to visualize it vividly if your feelings remain fragmented or disconnected. The power to manifest lies in aligning your emotional state with the reality you wish to create, allowing all your desires to exist harmoniously within you. Unified feeling bridges the gap between your inner world and the external reality, creating a seamless flow of energy that brings your desires into being. When we speak of unified feeling, we are referring to the profound sense of fulfillment that comes from embodying the emotional state of having already achieved everything you desire. This feeling is not something you hope for or look forward to. It is a reality you step into now. Imagine holding the simultaneous joy, peace, and certainty of living the life you dream of. That feeling becomes your compass, your guide, and the very foundation of your manifestation practice. Many people struggle to manifest because their feelings are divided. They may think positively about one goal while doubting another. They might feel excited about love but anxious about finances, or confident about health but uncertain about career success. These conflicting emotions create resistance. It is as if you are trying to sail in two directions at once, pulling against yourself rather than moving forward. Unified feeling eliminates this resistance by aligning all aspects of your emotional state into one cohesive vibration. To cultivate a unified feeling, you must first identify and release any inner conflicts. Take time to reflect on your desires and notice where doubts, fears, or insecurities arise. Do you feel unworthy of a particular goal? Do you worry about how achieving one desire might affect another? These hidden tensions must be resolved before your emotional state can harmonize. By addressing these inner conflicts, you create space for your feelings to align and strengthen your manifestation power. Next, immerse yourself in the feeling of fulfillment. This requires more than surface-level positivity. It demands that you embody the emotions of your desired reality fully and completely. Close your eyes and imagine your life as if every desire has already been fulfilled. What does it feel like to wake up in the home you've always wanted, surrounded by the people you love, enjoying perfect health and boundless success? Let those feelings wash over you. Feel the gratitude, joy, and peace as though they are real now, not someday, but in this moment. Unified feeling also requires consistency. It is not enough to feel aligned for a few moments or even a few days. You must carry that emotional state with you, allowing it to infuse every aspect of your life. This does not mean ignoring challenges or suppressing negative emotions. Rather, it means returning to the feeling of fulfillment whenever you are pulled off course. Treat it as your emotional home, the place you return to whenever doubt or fear arises. One of the most powerful tools for cultivating unified feeling is gratitude. Gratitude anchors you in the present moment while simultaneously affirming the reality of your desires. When you express gratitude for something as though it has already been received, you align your emotions with the reality you wish to create. This act of gratitude reinforces your belief in the unseen and strengthens your emotional alignment. The unified feeling also involves trust. It requires you to let go of the how and the when, and instead focus solely on the what. Trust that the path to your desires will unfold perfectly, even if it defies logic or expectation. When you hold a unified feeling, you are not concerned with the mechanics of manifestation. You simply know with unwavering certainty that what you desire is already yours. This trust amplifies the power of your feelings, creating a magnetic force that draws your desires to you effortlessly. Unified feeling is not limited to one desire at a time. You are capable of holding the emotional state of multiple fulfilled desires simultaneously. Think of your feelings as a symphony, with each desire adding a unique note to the harmony. As you practice aligning your emotions, you will find that it becomes easier to hold this multifaceted feeling without strain or confusion. Instead of fragmenting your energy, you consolidate it into a single, powerful vibration that resonates with the totality of your dreams. Unified feeling is the embodiment of living in the end, the state of knowing that what you seek is already yours. It is a state of alignment, trust, and profound peace. When you master this emotional state, you unlock the ability to manifest not just one desire, but a life filled with abundance, joy, and fulfillment. This feeling becomes your greatest ally, guiding you effortlessly toward the life you were always meant to live. To manifest through unified feeling is to step into the truth of your being. It is to realize that you are not separate from your desires, but one with them. You are the creator of your reality, and your emotions are the tools through which that creation takes place. Embrace the power of unified feeling and watch as your world transforms to reflect the fullness of your inner state. The world we live in is filled with distractions. From the moment we wake, our minds are bombarded with thoughts, worries, opinions, and external demands. This mental clutter keeps us tethered to the surface of life, unable to access the deeper, more profound layers of our consciousness. Manifestation requires clarity and focus, but these cannot coexist with mental chaos. Inner silence is the antidote. It is the practice of turning inward, away from the noise, and entering the stillness where creation begins. To cultivate inner silence, you must first become aware of the thoughts that dominate your mind. Most people live in a state of unconscious mental activity, their thoughts running on autopilot. These thoughts often reflect fear, doubt, or limitation, creating resistance to their desires. The practice of inner silence allows you to observe these thoughts without attachment, letting them pass like clouds in the sky. By not engaging with them, you begin to quiet the mind and create a space for clarity and intention. Inner silence is not about forcing the mind to be still. It is about allowing stillness to emerge naturally. Forcing creates resistance, but allowing invites ease. Begin by finding a quiet place where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, letting your body relax. As you settle, notice the thoughts that arise. Do not judge or resist them, simply observe. Over time, as you continue this practice, the flow of thoughts will slow, and you will begin to experience the stillness beneath them. In this stillness, you connect with the creative power within you. It is in moments of inner silence that your desires take root. When the mind is quiet, you can direct your focus with precision and clarity. This is the state in which visualization becomes most effective. Imagine your desired reality in vivid detail, holding the image in the stillness of your mind. Without the interference of doubt or distraction, this image becomes imprinted upon your consciousness, setting the manifestation process into motion. The power of inner silence extends beyond manifestation. It transforms your relationship with the world. When you practice silence, you become less reactive to external circumstances. The noise of the world no longer dictates your inner state. You move through life with a sense of calm and assurance, knowing that your reality is shaped from within, not imposed from without. This inner peace becomes a foundation for everything you create. Inner silence is also the key to receiving guidance and inspiration. When the mind is noisy, it is difficult to hear the subtle whispers of intuition. But in silence, you open yourself to receive. Ideas, solutions, and insights flow effortlessly, often in ways that surpass your conscious understanding. This guidance aligns you with the path to your desires, making the process of manifestation smoother and more harmonious. It is important to remember that inner silence is not an escape from life, it is an immersion into its deepest reality. It does not mean withdrawing from the world, but rather engaging with it from a place of stillness and power. In silence, you align with your true nature, the part of you that is infinite and boundless. From this state, you act not from fear or lack, but from abundance and certainty. Inner silence is a practice, not a destination. It is something you return to again and again, each time deepening your connection to it. Even in moments of chaos, you can find pockets of stillness within yourself. These moments, however brief, hold immense power. They remind you that you are not the noise of your thoughts or the circumstances of your life, you are the stillness that lies beneath it all. As you integrate inner silence into your life, you will notice profound changes. Your desires will manifest more effortlessly, your mind will become clearer, and your sense of peace will grow. The stillness you cultivate within will radiate outward, transforming not only your inner world but also the reality around you. Inner silence is the space where all creation begins. It is the ground from which your dreams grow and the sanctuary where your true power resides. Imagination is the most potent tool for creating the life you desire. It is the bridge between the unseen world of your thoughts and the tangible reality of your experiences. Every invention, innovation, and masterpiece began in the realm of imagination before it found expression in the physical world. It is not merely a fleeting daydream or idle fantasy, but the core faculty through which you shape your existence. Your imagination is the workshop of your mind, where you mold and refine the blueprint of your life. The power of imagination lies in its ability to transcend limitations. Unlike the analytical mind, which operates within the boundaries of what is known and logical, imagination ventures into the infinite. It sees possibilities where the logical mind sees obstacles. It allows you to experience a future reality as vividly as the present moment, collapsing the gap between desire and fulfillment. In imagination, time and space dissolve, and you step into the realm of creation, where all things are possible. The process begins with clarity. To use imagination as a tool for manifestation, you must know what you want. Vague or conflicting desires yield scattered results. Instead, choose a single, clear vision and focus your imagination on it. Close your eyes and picture yourself already living the life you desire. Engage all your senses, see the details, hear the sounds, feel the emotions, and even smell the scents of this new reality. Make it as real and vivid as possible, as though you are no longer imagining but truly experiencing. Imagination is not about escaping reality, it is about creating it. When you imagine your desired outcome with conviction, you are not merely indulging in fantasy. You are planting the seeds of your future in the fertile soil of your consciousness. Each time you return to this mental image, you water those seeds, nurturing them until they grow into tangible experiences. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between imagined and actual events. When you imagine with feeling and repetition, the subconscious accepts it as fact and works to align your external reality with this internal truth. Feelings are the lifeblood of imagination. A mental picture without emotional engagement is like a seed without water. It remains dormant and unproductive. When you imagine, it is crucial to feel as though your desire is already fulfilled. Allow the emotions of joy, gratitude, and satisfaction to arise naturally as you immerse yourself in the vision. These feelings amplify the power of your imagination, infusing it with the energy needed to bring your desires to life. Imagination also demands faith. To imagine is to trust in the unseen, to believe in the reality of what is not yet visible. Faith is the anchor that keeps you rooted in your vision, even when the outer world gives no indication of change. It is the quiet assurance that what you have imagined is already in the process of becoming. This faith transforms imagination from mere visualization into a creative act of power. Imagination does not operate in isolation, it works in harmony with your beliefs and actions. As you imagine your desired reality, notice any resistance or limiting beliefs that arise. These are opportunities to realign your subconscious mind. Replace doubts with affirmations of faith, and align your actions with the reality you are creating. When your imagination, beliefs, and actions are in harmony, manifestation becomes effortless. Imagination is the key to conscious creation. It is the faculty that enables you to shape your world from the inside out, turning intangible dreams into tangible realities. When used with clarity, feeling, persistence, and faith, imagination becomes the most powerful force in your life. It is the canvas upon which you paint your desires, the soil in which you plant your dreams, and the bridge that carries you from where you are to where you wish to be. At the heart of faith lies conviction. It is a state of certainty that what you seek already exists, even if there is no tangible proof to support it. This conviction does not waver in the face of doubt or contradiction. It is rooted in the understanding that reality is shaped from within. Faith is not blind optimism, but an active choice to trust in the power of creation that operates through you. It acknowledges that while logic can guide you in practical matters, it is the unseen forces, your beliefs, intentions, and imagination that truly shape your destiny. Faith beyond logic requires you to release the need for control. The mind often demands answers, timelines, and guarantees, clinging to the familiar territory of logic. But faith asks you to surrender this need, to trust in a higher order that operates beyond the mind's comprehension. It is in this surrender that you open yourself to miracles. When you let go of the how and focus instead on the what, you create space for unseen pathways and opportunities to emerge. Faith is the willingness to walk forward, not because you see the entire path, but because you trust that the next step will reveal itself. Doubt is the greatest obstacle to faith. It is the voice of the logical mind, questioning, analyzing, and often dismissing what cannot be proven. While doubt may arise, faith beyond logic does not engage with it. It does not argue or seek validation, it simply persists. Faith is the still, quiet assurance that remains steady in the face of doubt. It is the unwavering belief that no matter how things appear, your desires are already on their way to fulfillment. This kind of faith also requires patience. Logic often demands immediate results, measuring progress by external outcomes. Faith, however, operates on a different timeline, one that is not bound by human constraints. It trusts that the process of manifestation unfolds perfectly, even if it appears slow or uncertain. Patience is not passive waiting, it is an active state of trust, knowing that every moment brings you closer to your desires. It is the calm assurance that the seeds you have planted will bear fruit in their own time. Faith beyond logic is not limited to grand ambitions or extraordinary circumstances. It applies to every aspect of life, from the simplest desires to the most profound transformations. It is the power that sustains you through challenges, the light that guides you through uncertainty, and the strength that carries you forward when logic suggests giving up. It is a daily practice, a commitment to trust in the unseen forces that work on your behalf. This faith is transformative. It shifts your focus from external circumstances to your inner state, reminding you that the world reflects your beliefs, not the other way around. It empowers you to live with purpose and intention, unshaken by temporary setbacks or appearances. When you cultivate faith beyond logic, you become a co-creator of your reality, tapping into the infinite potential within you. Faith is not about denying logic, but recognizing that logic alone cannot encompass the fullness of life. It is the willingness to believe in what is yet to be seen, to trust in the power that moves mountains and manifests dreams. Faith beyond logic is the bridge between the possible and the impossible, the key to creating a life that surpasses even your greatest expectations. Gratitude as completion is the recognition that everything you desire has already been fulfilled, even before it manifests in the physical world. It is the understanding that gratitude is not simply a reaction to receiving, but a powerful force that aligns you with the fullness of your desires. To be truly grateful is to feel complete in the present moment, regardless of external circumstances. It is an acknowledgement that everything you need is already available to you, not as a future event, but as an eternal truth. At its core, gratitude as completion is the deep knowing that the universe is always working in your favor. This perspective shifts your mindset from one of lack or desire to one of abundance and fulfillment. Instead of waiting for the manifestation of your desires to feel grateful, you express gratitude in advance, as if your desires have already been realized. This act of gratitude serves as a signal to the universe that you are in alignment with your highest good, creating the space for your desires to flow into your life with ease. This kind of gratitude is transformative because it moves beyond mere acknowledgement of what you have received and into a state of complete acceptance. When you feel grateful for what you already have, you affirm that you are whole, complete, and worthy in this very moment. You no longer define yourself by what you lack or by what has not yet come into being, but by the truth that you are already whole. This shift in perception is what allows you to experience your desires in the present, and not merely in some distant future when they arrive. Gratitude as completion is a powerful tool for manifestation because it activates the feeling of having, which is the key to attracting what you desire. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. When you feel grateful as though your desires have already been fulfilled, you align yourself with the energy of abundance. This energy then draws to you the circumstances, opportunities, and people that reflect the very thing you are grateful for. In essence, gratitude becomes a magnet for your desires, pulling them into your experience with effortless precision. Feeling gratitude as completion also strengthens your connection to the present moment. Instead of focusing on what is missing or what needs to change, you immerse yourself in the beauty of now. In this state of presence, you are able to recognize the subtle blessings that already exist around you. Gratitude for the present moment shifts your awareness from future aspirations to the richness of the current experience. It fosters a sense of peace, contentment, and wholeness that becomes the foundation for further manifestation. This process of feeling grateful in advance, as though your desires are already fulfilled, creates a powerful emotional charge. It is the emotional charge that breathes life into your desires, making them tangible in your experience. The more you focus on this feeling of gratitude, the more real it becomes in your life. You begin to notice synchronicities, opportunities, and small miracles that confirm that what you desire is already on its way. Gratitude as completion eliminates the waiting period between desire and manifestation, allowing you to feel as though your desires are already part of your reality. By consistently practicing gratitude as completion, you begin to reshape your beliefs about what is possible for you. You stop waiting for things to change in order to feel fulfilled, and you begin to experience fulfillment in the here and now. Your outer circumstances are no longer the determining factor of your happiness or sense of completeness. Rather, it is your inner state of gratitude that shapes your reality. The more you embody this feeling of completion, the more you attract experiences that reflect this state of wholeness. Gratitude as completion is a reminder that everything you desire already exists in the infinite realm of possibility. It is your awareness and ability to align with this truth that activates its manifestation in your life. When you practice gratitude from a place of completion, you are not merely waiting for something to happen. You are fully embracing the present moment, knowing that what you seek is already here, just waiting for you to recognize it. This practice also deepens your trust in the process of life. It is a declaration that you trust the universe to provide for you, that you trust in the timing of your desires, and that you trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Gratitude as completion is the highest form of trust because it acknowledges that everything is already perfect, even when it is not yet visible in your external reality. Gratitude as completion is the realization that you are already whole, and that all of life's abundance is available to you in every moment. It is the practice of stepping into the fullness of your desires as if they have already been realized. When you live from this place of gratitude, you create the conditions for your desires to manifest effortlessly and with ease. In this state of gratitude, you experience the profound truth that you are already complete and that everything you seek is already yours. In conclusion, the journey of manifesting multiple things at once, or any desire for that matter, begins with understanding and embodying key principles that align your inner world with the outer reality. By cultivating clarity of desire, embracing a unified feeling, and finding peace in inner silence, you allow your imagination to lead you to the life you seek. Faith beyond logic and gratitude as completion serve as the essential ingredients that will propel you toward your dreams, reinforcing the belief that everything you desire is already yours in the unseen. When you act from this state of alignment, you will notice the synchronicity and effortless flow of manifestation in every aspect of your life. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to share these thoughts with you. May you walk forward in the unwavering belief that all things are possible when you align with your true essence. Keep the faith, trust the process, and always express gratitude, for in these actions lies the key to manifesting the life you desire. This practice may seem subtle, but its effects are profound. By assuming the feeling of fulfillment, you align yourself with the frequency of your desire. You become a magnet for the experiences and opportunities that match your emotional state. Over time, what once seemed like a distant dream becomes a natural part of your life. As you move through each day, remind yourself of this truth: what you feel, you attract. The feelings you cultivate within are the blueprint for your reality. Live in the end, assume the joy of having, and watch as the world reshapes itself to mirror your inner state. The power is yours. The time is now. Assume the feeling of fulfillment and step into the life you were always meant to live. Focus, not frenzy. In a world that constantly demands more of us, more action, more effort, more hustle, the power of focus often gets overshadowed by the frenzy of busyness. But true transformation, real success, and profound fulfillment are not born from chaos. They are cultivated in the quiet clarity of focused intention. To manifest your desires, you must learn to quiet the noise, dismiss the distractions, and center your energy on a single point of creation. Frenzy is an enemy of manifestation. When you act in a state of frenzy scattered, Overwhelmed and impatient, you dissipate your energy. You may take 1,000 actions, but if they lack alignment, they yield little progress. It is like trying to fill a glass of water by spraying a garden hose wildly. Most of the water is lost. Frenzy often comes from fear, from the belief that if you do not do everything at once, your desire will never materialize. But this fear is an illusion. True power lies not in doing more, but in doing what matters with unwavering focus. Focus, on the other hand, is the art of directing your energy with precision. It is the ability to prioritize what aligns with your goals and to let go of what does not serve your higher purpose. When you focus, your actions become purposeful and your efforts are magnified. It is like using a magnifying glass to concentrate sunlight until it ignites a flame. That flame is your manifestation, born from the intensity of your focus. To cultivate focus, start by becoming clear about what you truly desire. Clarity is the foundation of focus. If your vision is vague or your goals are scattered, your energy will follow suit. Take time to define your desire in detail. Ask yourself, what do I want? Why do I want it? How will it feel when I achieve it? The more specific and emotionally connected you are to your desire, the easier it becomes to focus on it. Once you are clear, eliminate distractions. Distractions are the thieves of progress. They can be external, such as unnecessary obligations, social media, or the opinions of others. Or they can be internal, such as doubts, fears, or conflicting desires. To focus, you must be willing to say no to others, to irrelevant tasks, and even to the part of yourself that resists change. Create an environment, both physically and mentally, that supports your vision. The practice of focus requires patience. Manifestation is not instantaneous, it unfolds in perfect timing. Frenzy comes from the mistaken belief that rushing will bring results faster, but haste disrupts the natural flow of creation. Focus, on the other hand, allows you to trust the process. When you focus, you plant a seed in the fertile soil of intention. You water it with faith, nourish it with action, and trust that it will grow in its own time. A vital component of focus is faith. Faith is the antidote to frenzy. When you trust that your desire is already in the process of becoming, you can focus calmly and confidently. You no longer feel the need to force or control every detail. Instead, you align with the flow of life, knowing that your focused intention is enough to set the wheels of manifestation in motion. To strengthen your focus, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness brings your awareness to the present moment, where your power lies. It helps you to recognize when your thoughts stray toward worry or doubt and gently brings them back to your goal. Visualization is another powerful tool. Spend time each day imagining your desire as already fulfilled, feeling the emotions of achievement. This mental focus creates a clear signal to the universe, amplifying your ability to manifest. As you focus on your goal, let go of the frenzy of how and when. The how is not your concern, it is the universe's domain. Your task is to focus on the what and the why. The when is irrelevant because you trust that your desire is already on its way. The more you release control, the more space you create for the miraculous to unfold. Remember, focus is not about working harder or longer, it is about working smarter and with alignment. It is about channeling your energy into what matters most and letting go of everything else. As you master focus, you will find that what once felt like a distant dream becomes an inevitable reality. End each day with a moment of reflection. Ask yourself, did I focus on what truly matters today? If not, forgive yourself and resolve to do better tomorrow. The power of focus lies in its consistency. Day by day, moment by moment, it reshapes your reality. Choose focus over frenzy and watch as your desires come into being with grace and ease. Alignment with faith is the foundation of effortless manifestation. It is the harmonious union of belief and trust, where your thoughts, emotions, and actions are synchronized with the divine flow of life. Faith is not merely hope or passive waiting, it is an active state of inner conviction, a deep knowing that what you desire is not only possible but already on its way. When you align with faith, you transcend doubt, fear, and uncertainty, stepping into a realm where miracles unfold naturally. Faith begins within. It is a choice to trust in the unseen, to believe in the infinite potential of the universe, and to know that you are a co-creator of your reality. When you align with faith, you declare, I trust that my desires are valid and will be fulfilled in perfect timing. This declaration shifts your energy from striving to allowing, from resistance to receptivity. It creates a fertile ground for your manifestations to take root and grow. Alignment requires clarity. To align with faith, you must first be clear about what you desire. Vagueness breeds doubt, but clarity strengthens belief. Take time to identify your intentions. What do you want to create, experience, or become? Visualize it with vivid detail and allow yourself to feel the emotions of already having it. This emotional alignment bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Faith is not blind, it is informed by inner wisdom. While logic may seek evidence in the physical world, faith draws its strength from the unseen. It trusts in the deeper currents of life, in the divine intelligence that orchestrates all things. When you align with faith, you let go of the need to control every detail. You surrender the how to the universe, knowing that it has infinite ways of bringing your desire into reality. A key aspect of alignment is releasing resistance. Resistance arises from doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs. It shows up as self-sabotage, procrastination, or an over-reliance on external validation. To align with faith, you must identify and dissolve these barriers. Replace doubts with affirmations of certainty. Instead of saying, I hope it happens, declare, it is already mine. Instead of fearing failure, trust that every experience is guiding you closer to your goal. Faith thrives in the present moment. Alignment is not about yearning for a future outcome. It is about embodying the feeling of your desire right now. Live as though your wish is already fulfilled. Speak, think, and act from the perspective of the person who has achieved their dreams. When you align with the energy of fulfillment, you become a vibrational match to your desire, drawing it into your reality effortlessly. Patience is a companion to faith. While your manifestations may not appear instantly, faith assures you that they are on their way. Trust the process. The universe works in divine timing, orchestrating events and opportunities beyond your comprehension. Impatience disrupts alignment, but patience keeps you steady, allowing the natural unfolding of your desire. Gratitude is a powerful tool for alignment. When you express gratitude for what you already have and for what is on its way, you affirm your faith in the universe's abundance. Gratitude amplifies your vibration, creating a magnetic field that attracts more blessings into your life. Begin and end each day with gratitude, and watch as your faith deepens and your alignment strengthens. Faith also requires inspired action. While faith trusts in the unseen, it does not mean passivity. Alignment with faith calls for action that aligns with your goals and intentions. Take steps toward your desires, not from a place of desperation, but from a place of joy and confidence. Each action, no matter how small, is a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. Let go of outcomes. True faith does not cling to a specific result or timeline. It trusts that whatever unfolds is for your highest good. Release attachment and rest in the knowing that you are guided, supported, and loved by the universe. As you align with faith, you will notice a shift. Life flows more easily, synchronicities abound, and opportunities appear effortlessly. Challenges become stepping stones, and doubts lose their grip on you. You become a magnet for the life you desire, radiating confidence, peace, and joy. In closing, remember, this alignment with faith is not about striving to make things happen. It is about allowing them to happen through trust and belief. Faith is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. Align with it and watch as the universe conspires in your favor, delivering blessings beyond what you could ever imagine. Trust the process, stay aligned, and let faith be your guiding light. Gratitude before receiving is one of the most powerful principles of manifestation. It is the art of expressing thanks not only for what you already have, but also for the blessings that are yet to come. This act of preemptive gratitude aligns your energy with the reality you desire, creating a magnetic field that draws your dreams into your experience. By giving thanks in advance, you declare to the universe, "I trust in your abundance, and I know my desires are already fulfilled." When you express gratitude before receiving, you step into the state of already having. This shift in perspective is crucial, because manifestation responds not to your wishes or hopes, but to your state of being. If you feel lack, you will manifest more lack. If you feel abundance, you will attract more abundance. Gratitude is the emotional signature of abundance, and when you embody it, you become a vibrational match to your desires. To practice gratitude before receiving, begin by envisioning your desire as already fulfilled. Close your eyes and imagine yourself living the life you dream of, surrounded by the manifestations you seek. Feel the emotions of joy, relief, and excitement as if it has already happened. Then, from that place of emotional fulfillment, speak words of gratitude. Thank you for this blessing. Thank you for the abundance in my life. Thank you for making my dreams a reality. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present. Even if your desire has not yet appeared, gratitude allows you to recognize the abundance already surrounding you. This shift in focus is transformative. It breaks the cycle of longing and replaces it with appreciation, which is a far more potent energy for creation. The universe responds to your gratitude by giving you more reasons to be grateful. Another powerful aspect of gratitude is its ability to dissolve resistance. Often we unconsciously resist our desires through doubt, fear, or impatience. Gratitude bypasses these lower vibrations, aligning you with the flow of life. It is a way of saying, "I release my worries and trust in the divine timing of my life." This surrender creates a space for miracles to occur. Gratitude before receiving also cultivates a sense of worthiness. Many people struggle to manifest their desires because deep down, they do not feel deserving of them. By giving thanks in advance, you affirm your worthiness. You say to yourself and the universe, "I am worthy of this blessing, and I welcome it into my life." This declaration of worthiness is a powerful catalyst for manifestation. Practicing gratitude daily reinforces this alignment. Begin each morning and end each evening with a moment of thanks. Write down or speak aloud the things you are grateful for, including those you have not yet received. For example, "I am grateful for my thriving career," even if you are still seeking that opportunity. Over time, this practice rewires your mind to focus on abundance and possibility rather than lack and limitation. It is also essential to let go of attachment to specific outcomes. Gratitude before receiving does not mean dictating how or when your desires will arrive. It means trusting that the universe knows the best way to bring your blessings to you. Release the need for control and rest in the assurance that everything is unfolding perfectly. Still, as you embrace gratitude before receiving, you will notice a transformation in your life. Doors that once seemed closed will open effortlessly. Opportunities will appear as if by magic. You will feel a sense of peace and certainty, knowing that the universe is working in your favor. Remember that gratitude is not just an act, it is a state of being. It is the language of abundance, the expression of faith, and the key to unlocking your heart's desires. By giving thanks before you receive, you demonstrate trust in the infinite possibilities of the universe. You align yourself with the flow of creation and invite miracles into your life. Live each day in gratitude and watch as the world reflects your inner abundance. Everything you seek is already on its way to you. Thank it, welcome it, and receive it with open arms. Letting go and trusting is one of the most liberating and transformative practices in manifesting your desires. It is the art of releasing attachment to the outcome, surrendering control over the how and when, and placing unwavering trust in the universe's wisdom and timing. To let go and trust is not to give up on your desires, but to release the need to force them into being. It is a declaration of faith, a deep knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Another challenge to letting go is impatience. When you obsess over when your desire will arrive, you disrupt the natural flow of creation. Patience is a form of trust. It says, "I know my desire is on its way, and I am willing to wait for it to unfold in perfect timing. Trusting the process means finding joy in the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination. Letting go and trusting also involves releasing the need for constant action. While inspired action is essential, action fueled by anxiety can signal to the universe that you do not trust the process. Instead, align yourself with calm and confident energy. Take action from a place of clarity and joy, not from a place of desperation or fear. The beauty of letting go and trusting lies in the peace it brings. When you release control, you free yourself from stress, anxiety, and overanalysis. You step into a state of flow where life becomes easier, and opportunities present themselves effortlessly. Trust transforms waiting into anticipation, struggle into ease, and fear into love. Beloved listener, know this: the spoken word is not mere sound, but the vibration of creation itself. Every word you release carries with it the essence of what you desire or fear. You must choose your words carefully, for they are not just fleeting moments of expression, they are the architects of your reality. The power of spoken words. The spoken word is one of the most profound tools available to humanity. It is not merely a way to communicate, it is a channel of creation, a force that shapes the reality we inhabit. Words carry vibrations, and these vibrations resonate not only in the physical world, but also in the unseen realms of energy and consciousness. To understand the power of spoken words is to unlock the ability to consciously mold your life. Every word you speak is a seed planted in the soil of your subconscious mind. When spoken with conviction, it is imbued with energy that attracts its likeness. Words do not vanish into thin air, they echo in the fabric of reality, calling forth experiences that align with their essence. Positive, empowering words pave the way for growth, abundance, and joy, while negative or careless words can create obstacles and suffering. But spoken words do not operate in isolation. Their power comes alive when paired with intention and belief. For instance, consider the simple phrase, "I am worthy," if spoken passively or without emotion. The phrase may pass without effect. However, when declared with deep conviction and feeling, "I am worthy" becomes a declaration of truth. It vibrates through your being, aligning your subconscious mind with this reality. This alignment sends a signal to the universe, which reflects this newfound belief in the form of opportunities, relationships, and experiences that affirm your worthiness. To wield the power of words effectively, you must first become conscious of your speech. Too often people speak without realizing the energy their words carry. They utter phrases like "I can't," "it's too hard," or "I'll never succeed." Not knowing, these statements become self-fulfilling prophecies. Every time you say, "I am tired" or "I am unlucky," you are reinforcing that state of being. You are affirming limitation, binding yourself to a narrative that diminishes your potential. Instead, practice speaking words that elevate and empower. Use affirmations that declare your strength, abundance, and success. Say, "I am strong, I am abundant, I am capable of achieving anything I desire." Speak these words, even if your current circumstances seem to contradict them. The spoken word is not bound by the present, it reaches into the future to shape what will come. By affirming what you desire, you are planting the seeds of a new reality. Equally important is the emotional energy behind your words. Words without feeling are like seeds scattered on barren ground. They lack the nourishment needed to grow. When you speak with emotion, be it joy, gratitude, or determination, you breathe life into your words. You amplify their vibration, making them more potent and effective. Feeling is the magnetic force that draws your spoken words into manifestation. There is also immense power in silence after speech. Once you have spoken your desire, trust the process. Too often people undermine their declarations by doubting or overanalyzing. For example, after affirming, "I am wealthy," they might think, "But how? I have so many bills." This contradiction dilutes the power of their words. Speak once, and then let the energy of your words carry their weight. Trust that what you have declared is already on its way. The act of speaking words with intention is not just about manifesting material desires, it is about transforming your inner world. When you affirm love, peace, and abundance, you align with these states of being. Your reality becomes a reflection of the words you habitually speak. Over time, this practice rewires your subconscious mind, creating lasting change from the inside out. To harness the power of spoken words, begin by becoming mindful of your daily speech. Replace self-defeating language with empowering declarations. Speak words that affirm your highest potential and pair them with emotions that match the reality you wish to create. Remember, your words are not empty sounds, they are creative forces. With each phrase you utter, you shape the world around you. As you close your eyes tonight, let your final words be an affirmation of gratitude and faith. Whisper to yourself, "Thank you for the blessings I already have, and thank you for the blessings on their way." In doing so, you align your energy with the infinite possibilities of creation. Speak with intention and watch as your words transform your life. For truly, the power to create your reality lies in the words you choose to speak. The feeling of fulfillment is the bridge between desire and manifestation. It is the sacred space where what you wish for becomes what you experience. To assume the feeling of fulfillment is to live as though your desire is already a reality. It is not about wishing or hoping, it is about embodying the state of having already received. This principle holds the key to transforming your inner world and in turn shaping your external reality. Everything you desire, be it love, wealth, success, or peace, carries with it a unique emotional signature. This emotional state is what your heart truly longs for, more than the object or circumstance itself. For example, when you desire financial freedom, the deeper yearning may be for the feeling of security, ease, and abundance. When you wish for love, you seek the feelings of connection, joy, and belonging. Understanding this is vital, for the universe responds not to the words you speak or the actions you take, but to the vibration of your emotions. To assume the feeling of fulfillment, you must align yourself emotionally with the state you wish to experience. Imagine your desire is already achieved. Picture yourself living the life you long for and ask yourself, how does it feel? Is it a sense of relief, joy, or pride? Is it peace or excitement? Once you identify this feeling, allow it to permeate your being. Carry it with you as though it is your natural state. This practice is not about fooling yourself or pretending in a shallow sense. It is about tapping into the infinite creative power within you. When you assume the feeling of fulfillment, you are training your subconscious mind to accept this new reality as truth. The subconscious mind, the seat of all manifestations, does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. If you consistently hold the feeling of already having what you desire, your subconscious mind will work tirelessly to bring it into your experience. Consider the power of imagination in this process. Your imagination is a tool of creation, a workshop where new realities are born. To assume the feeling of fulfillment, close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself in the scene of your desire. If you wish for a new home, visualize walking through its rooms, touching its walls, and feeling the comfort of being there. If you long for love, imagine the warmth of a loving embrace and the joy of shared laughter. Engage all your senses, see it, hear it, touch it, and most importantly, feel it. But assuming the feeling is not just a mental exercise, it is a way of being. Your thoughts, words, and actions must align with this new state. You cannot say, "I am wealthy," while harboring feelings of lack or acting from a place of scarcity. To assume fulfillment means to think, speak, and act in harmony with the reality you desire. It requires you to live as though you are already the person who has what you want. The resistance may arise, especially if your current reality starkly contrasts with your desired state. This is natural. Doubts and fears are part of the human experience, but they do not have to control you. When such thoughts appear, gently return to the feeling of fulfillment. Remind yourself that the outer world is a reflection of your inner state, and by changing your inner world, you will inevitably change the outer. Gratitude is a powerful ally in this process. When you feel gratitude for something you have not yet seen with your eyes, you affirm its reality in the unseen. Gratitude signals to the universe that you trust in its infinite abundance and that you are ready to receive. As you assume the feeling of fulfillment, Let gratitude saturate your heart, amplifying your vibration and drawing your desire closer. Ladies and gentlemen, close your eyes for a moment and listen not to the clamor of the world, but to the still, small voice within you. This voice is powerful beyond measure, for it holds the key to the transformation of your life. Your words, my friend, are not idle. They are seeds cast into the fertile soil of the unseen, destined to bloom into the harvest of your reality. When you speak blessings upon yourself, you activate the divine within. Say aloud, I am whole, I am prosperous, I am loved. Do you feel it? These words ripple through the universe, carrying your desires like a song sung into eternity. Words are not mere sounds, they are creative forces that possess the power to shape the very fabric of your reality. The words you speak, whether aloud or within the silence of your thoughts, act as a mirror to your beliefs and intentions, projecting them outward into the world. Every utterance, no matter how casual it may seem, carries a vibration that resonates with the energy of creation. When you understand this truth, you begin to see that your words are not insignificant. They are the tools by which you carve your destiny. Consider this: the spoken word begins within you as a thought, a feeling, or a desire. It is the essence of your inner world made audible. When you declare something aloud, you are not simply describing reality, you are actively shaping it. Words serve as bridges between the unseen and the seen, between the intangible world of imagination and the tangible world of experience. Every time you speak, you are planting seeds in the soil of the universe, seeds that will sprout and grow into the life you live. Many people speak without awareness of this power. They utter words of doubt, fear, or limitation, thinking them harmless or insignificant. Yet these words have the same creative energy as those spoken with intention. To say, I can't or I'm not good enough, is to affirm these limitations as truths. Such declarations take root in your subconscious mind, which knows no distinction between jest and sincerity. It accepts every word as a directive and works tirelessly to make it so. On the other hand, when you speak words of confidence, love, and abundance, you align yourself with the higher vibrations of the universe. To say, I am worthy or I have everything I need, is to declare a reality that your subconscious mind will work to manifest. These positive affirmations act as commands to the unseen forces around you, drawing circumstances, people, and opportunities into your life that align with your declarations. The power of the spoken word lies in its ability to focus your energy and direct it toward a specific outcome. Imagine your words as arrows, each one aimed at the target of your desire. If you speak with clarity and intention, your arrow flies straight and true. But if your words are scattered, contradictory, or filled with doubt, your aim falters and your target remains out of reach. This is why it is vital to speak with awareness and purpose. Before you speak, consider the energy behind your words. Are they uplifting and empowering, or do they carry the weight of fear and negativity? By choosing your words carefully, you take control of the energy you emit and consequently, the reality you create. Speaking with intention does not mean ignoring the challenges or difficulties of life. Rather, it means framing your words in a way that acknowledges these challenges while affirming your ability to overcome them. Instead of saying, I am stuck, you might say, I am finding my way forward. Instead of lamenting, this is impossible, you might declare, I am discovering a solution. Such shifts may seem subtle, but their impact is profound. They transform your perspective and open the door to possibilities that your previous words may have closed. Repetition is a powerful aspect of the spoken word. The more often you affirm something, the more deeply it becomes ingrained in your subconscious mind. This is why daily affirmations can be so transformative. When you repeatedly declare, I am healthy, I am prosperous, I am loved, you are training your mind to accept these truths, even if your current reality seems to contradict them. Over time, these affirmations shape your beliefs, and your beliefs, in turn, shape your experience. But the power of the spoken word is not limited to what you say about yourself. It also extends to what you say about others. Every word you speak about another person carries energy that affects not only them but also you. When you speak words of kindness, encouragement, and love, you elevate your own vibration and contribute to the well-being of those around you. Conversely, words of criticism, anger, or judgment lower your vibration and perpetuate negativity. To harness the full power of the spoken word, you must speak not only with intention but also with faith. Words spoken without belief are like seeds sown on barren ground. They lack the nourishment needed to grow. But when you speak with conviction, your words are infused with the energy of belief, and they take root in the fertile soil of the universe. Faith is the water that nurtures these seeds, ensuring that they blossom into reality. In every moment, you have the choice to use your words as instruments of creation or as tools of destruction. Choose wisely. Speak life into your dreams, affirm your worthiness, and declare the reality you wish to experience. As you do, you will come to realize the extraordinary power of the spoken word and the limitless potential it holds to transform your life. The words you speak must be a reflection of the reality you wish to experience, not the conditions you currently face. This alignment between your speech and your inner vision is a critical principle in the art of creation. To align your words with your vision is to act as if your desired reality already exists. When you understand this, your words become not just sounds or expressions, but deliberate tools that shape the unfolding of your life. Your inner vision is the realm where your imagination weaves possibilities, the sacred space where your desires take form before they manifest in the physical world. It is in this internal world that you are free to dream boldly and envision the life you truly want. However, the key to bringing these visions to life lies in how you express them outwardly through your words. When your speech aligns with the vibrant images of your inner vision, you bridge the gap between what is unseen and what can be seen. Most people speak in accordance with their current circumstances, giving voice to frustrations, doubts, and limitations. They say, "I can't afford that," or "nothing ever works out for me," and in doing so, they unknowingly affirm and perpetuate the very conditions they wish to escape. Words such as these, spoken without awareness, anchor you to the reality you seek to transcend. They become self-fulfilling prophecies, reinforcing the patterns you long to change. Consider what happens when you choose to speak as though your desired reality is already here. Suppose you wish to experience financial abundance. Rather than saying, "I'm broke," you declare, "I am abundant, and opportunities flow to me effortlessly." You might not yet see the evidence of this abundance, but by speaking it into existence, you align your external words with your internal vision. This alignment creates a resonance between your thoughts, emotions, and speech, setting into motion the forces that will bring your vision to fruition. It is also important to speak with gratitude for the fulfillment of your vision, even before it manifests. Gratitude is a magnetic force that draws your desires closer to you. When you say, "Thank you for the abundance in my life," you are acknowledging that it already exists in the unseen realm. This gratitude amplifies your alignment and accelerates the manifestation process. By aligning your speech with your inner vision, you take an active role in shaping your reality. You move from reacting to circumstances to creating them. This shift empowers you to live with intention and purpose, knowing that you are the architect of your life. Every word you speak becomes a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your existence, painting a picture of possibility, joy, and fulfillment. As you align your speech with your inner vision, you unlock the door to a life that reflects the beauty and brilliance of your imagination. To bless yourself is to recognize the divine authority within you, a power bestowed not by external forces, but by the essence of your very being. You are not separate from the divine, you are an expression of it, endowed with the ability to shape your reality through your thoughts, intentions, and words. Self-blessing is not an act of arrogance, but an acknowledgement of this sacred truth. It is the conscious act of declaring your worthiness, aligning with the divine energy that flows through you, and stepping into the role of co-creator of your life. When you bless yourself, you tap into an ancient and universal principle, the power to call forth that which you desire through the authority of your spoken word. Many people reserve blessings for others, offering kind words, prayers, or affirmations, yet hesitate to direct this same energy toward themselves. They may feel unworthy, burdened by guilt, or constrained by the belief that self-blessing is selfish or inappropriate. However, to bless yourself is to affirm that you are a vessel of divine light, deserving of every good thing that life has to offer. Self-blessing begins with a shift in perspective. It requires you to see yourself not as a flawed or incomplete being, but as whole, perfect, and inherently connected to the divine source. This perspective does not ignore your human experiences, struggles, or imperfections. Rather, it transcends them, recognizing that beneath the layers of doubt and fear lies your true, unblemished self. By blessing yourself, you affirm this truth, aligning your words and intentions with the higher reality of who you are. The words you choose in self-blessing carry immense power. When you declare, "I am strong" or "I am loved," you are not merely making statements, you are activating the divine within you. These declarations are more than affirmations, they are proclamations of your authority as a co-creator with the universe. Your words become commands that resonate through the unseen realms, calling forth the energy needed to bring your blessings to life. Some may wonder, can I really bless myself? Isn't that the role of a higher power? The answer lies in understanding your relationship with the divine. You are not separate from this higher power, you are an extension of it. To bless yourself is to honor the divine within you, recognizing that the power to create, to heal, and to transform resides in your very essence. You are not asking for permission to receive blessings, you are claiming what is already yours by divine right. Self-blessing is a profound act of self-love and self-worth. It requires you to silence the voice of doubt that says you are not enough. It challenges the belief that blessings must come from others or be earned through struggle. Instead, it invites you to declare, "I am worthy simply because I exist." This affirmation is not only empowering but transformative, reshaping your self-perception and opening the door to greater abundance, joy, and peace. The practice of self-blessing can take many forms. It may be as simple as speaking positive affirmations over yourself each morning, such as, "Today, I am filled with strength and courage," or "I am surrounded by love and guided by wisdom." It could involve a quiet moment of reflection, placing your hands over your heart and silently affirming your divine connection. It might include journaling your blessings, writing statements like, "I bless myself with clarity, confidence, and creativity." Whatever form it takes, the essence of self-blessing lies in your intention and belief. Consistency is key. The more often you bless yourself, the more deeply these affirmations will take root in your subconscious mind. Over time, they become not just words but truths, shifting your energy and attracting experiences that align with your declarations. Self-blessing is not a one-time act but a daily practice, a habit of honoring yourself and affirming your divine authority. It is also important to recognize that self-blessing extends beyond words. Your actions, too, can be expressions of blessing. When you take care of your body, nurture your mind, and honor your emotions, you are blessing yourself with health and well-being. When you pursue your passions, set boundaries, and embrace your worth, you are blessing yourself with freedom and fulfillment. Every choice you make that aligns with your highest good is an act of self-blessing. In blessing yourself, you not only transform your own life but also inspire and uplift those around you. Your light becomes a beacon, showing others what is possible when one steps into their divine authority. As you bless yourself, you radiate positivity and empowerment, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate experience. You are not merely a recipient of blessings, you are a source of them. Within you lies the authority to declare, to create, and to manifest. By blessing yourself, you activate this authority, stepping into the fullness of your power and embracing the divine truth of who you are. This act of self-blessing is not only a gift to yourself but a testament to the infinite potential that resides within every soul. Doubt is a whispering shadow that lurks in the corners of the mind, casting uncertainty over your dreams and aspirations. It questions your worth, undermines your confidence, and often stalls your progress. Yet doubt is not an undefeatable force, it is a condition of the mind that can be silenced and replaced with certainty. The tool to achieve this transformation is affirmation. Affirmation is the deliberate use of words to redirect your thoughts and anchor them in truth, possibility, and empowerment. When you silence doubt with affirmation, you reclaim your power and align yourself with the reality you wish to create. Doubt thrives in the absence of clarity and confidence. It feeds on past failures, perceived inadequacies, and fear of the unknown. It tells you that you are not capable, not deserving, or that the risks outweigh the rewards. Left unchecked, these internal voices of doubt can become a dominant narrative, shaping how you see yourself and the world around you. However, doubt is not a reflection of truth, it is a habit of the mind. And like any habit, it can be unlearned and replaced with something far more constructive. Affirmation is the antidote to doubt, because it operates on the same level where doubt resides the mind. Your thoughts create your reality, and affirmations are the conscious selection of thoughts that empower rather than hinder you. They are not mere words, they are declarations that carry energy and intention. When spoken with belief, affirmations reprogram your subconscious mind, gradually dissolving the patterns of doubt and replacing them with conviction. The first step in using affirmation to silence doubt is awareness. You must become conscious of the negative thoughts and limiting beliefs that arise in your mind. Doubt often speaks in the language of I can't, I'm not enough, or what if I fail. Pay attention to these patterns and recognize them for what they are: temporary mental constructs, not absolute truths. Once you identify the voice of doubt, you can counter it with affirmations that affirm the opposite. For example, if doubt tells you, I'm not capable of achieving this goal, your affirmation might be, I am fully equipped with the skills and resources I need to succeed. If doubt whispers, what if I fail? Your affirmation can be, every step I take brings me closer to success, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow. By consciously replacing the language of doubt with affirmations of empowerment, you begin to shift your mental focus from fear to possibility. Consistency is crucial in this process. Doubt has likely been a recurring pattern in your mind for years, reinforced by repetition and experience. To overcome it, you must be just as consistent with your affirmations. Speak them daily, preferably out loud and with conviction. Write them down and place them where you can see them, often on your mirror, your desk, or your phone screen. The more frequently you expose yourself to affirmations, the more deeply they become ingrained in your subconscious mind. Belief amplifies the power of affirmation. It is not enough to recite words mechanically, you must connect with their meaning and feel their truth. When you say, I am confident and capable, imagine yourself embodying those qualities. Visualize situations where your confidence shines and your capabilities lead to success. By combining affirmations with visualization, you create a vivid mental image of the reality you desire, making it feel more tangible and attainable. Doubt often masquerades as caution or practicality, but it is important to distinguish between genuine wisdom and self-imposed limitations. Affirmations are not about ignoring reality, they are about reshaping your perspective to align with the outcomes you desire. When you affirm, I am deserving of abundance, you are not denying financial challenges, you are choosing to focus on solutions, opportunities, and your inherent worthiness. This shift in focus alters your energy and attracts circumstances that support your affirmation. One of the most powerful aspects of affirmation is its ability to create momentum. The more you affirm positive beliefs about yourself and your potential, the more evidence you begin to notice that supports these beliefs. Success breeds confidence, which in turn silences doubt even further. It becomes a self-reinforcing cycle. The more you affirm your strength, capability, and worth, the less room there is for doubt to take hold. Silencing doubt with affirmation also requires patience and compassion. Change does not happen overnight, and moments of doubt may still arise. When they do, meet them with understanding rather than frustration. Remind yourself that transformation is a process, and every affirmation you speak is a step toward the freedom and confidence you seek. Your words become your allies, your tools for reclaiming control over your inner narrative. Affirmations allow you to speak directly to your subconscious mind, guiding it away from fear and toward faith. With each affirmation, you reinforce the truth of who you are: a capable, deserving, and powerful individual. Doubt may whisper, But through the consistent and intentional use of affirmations, you can ensure that it never drowns out the voice of your potential. As you persist, you will find that doubt fades, replaced by an unwavering belief in yourself and the boundless possibilities before you. Gratitude in the present tense is a profound practice that transforms the way you perceive and experience life. It is not merely the act of giving thanks for things you have received or achieved, but an active acknowledgement of the abundance that exists in this very moment. When gratitude is expressed in the present tense, it becomes a tool to align your thoughts, emotions, and energy with the frequency of abundance, opening the door to even greater blessings. This practice invites you to live fully in the now, seeing each moment as a gift and embracing the richness that surrounds you. The power of present tense gratitude lies in its immediacy. Many people fall into the habit of placing gratitude in the past or future, thanking life for what has been or for what they hope to receive. While these expressions have value, they often distance you from the fullness of the present. When you say, "I am grateful for this moment," you anchor yourself in the now, affirming that this moment, exactly as it is, holds beauty and significance. You acknowledge that there is something to be appreciated here and now, regardless of circumstances. Gratitude in the present tense shifts your focus from lack to abundance. The human mind often gravitates toward what is missing, what could be better, or what has yet to be achieved. This tendency creates a sense of dissatisfaction, as if life is incomplete. Present tense gratitude interrupts this pattern by directing your attention to what is already here. By affirming, "I am grateful for the opportunities unfolding today," or "I am thankful for the breath that sustains me in this moment," you remind yourself that life is already abundant. This shift in perspective transforms your energy, replacing feelings of scarcity with those of fulfillment. Practicing gratitude in the present tense is also a declaration of faith. It is an acknowledgement that the universe is working in your favor, even if the outcomes you desire have not yet materialized. When you say, "I am grateful for the love that surrounds me even in moments of loneliness," you affirm that love exists and is accessible to you. By expressing gratitude for something as if it is already present, you align yourself with the energy of receiving, which draws those experiences closer to you. This is not about denying reality, but about choosing to focus on the possibilities inherent in every situation. The language of present tense gratitude matters deeply. Words carry energy, and the way you frame your gratitude shapes your experience. Statements like, "I am grateful for my growing strength," or "I appreciate the peace I feel within," affirm qualities and experiences as current truths. Even if these qualities feel aspirational, expressing them in the present tense helps bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Your mind begins to accept these affirmations as reality, guiding your thoughts and actions in alignment with them. Gratitude in the present tense also cultivates mindfulness. It encourages you to pay attention to the details of your life that often go unnoticed. The warmth of sunlight on your skin, the sound of a loved one's laughter, the taste of a favorite meal, each of these moments becomes an opportunity for gratitude. By grounding yourself in the present, you become more attuned to the richness of your daily experiences. This heightened awareness deepens your appreciation for life's simple yet profound joys. This practice extends beyond words into your feelings. True gratitude is not just spoken but felt deeply in your heart. When you express present tense gratitude, take a moment to pause and connect with the emotion behind your words. Let yourself feel the joy, peace, or love that comes with your appreciation. This emotional connection amplifies the energy of gratitude, making it even more transformative. It is this feeling that resonates with the universe, sending out a vibration that attracts more of what you are grateful for. Consistency is essential for cultivating present tense gratitude. Like any practice, it becomes more natural and powerful with repetition. Begin or end your day by reflecting on what you are grateful for in the moment. Write it down in a journal, speak it aloud, or simply hold it in your mind. Over time, you will notice a shift in your overall mindset. Life's challenges will feel less overwhelming, and its blessings will feel more abundant. Gratitude will become your default lens through which you view the world. Present tense gratitude is also an act of self-care. By appreciating yourself and your current state, you nurture a sense of self-worth and inner peace. Affirming statements like "I am thankful for my resilience" or "I appreciate the effort I put into my growth" reinforces your value and contributions. This practice helps quiet the critical voice that focuses on shortcomings, replacing it with one that celebrates your strengths and efforts. Gratitude in the present tense is a way of living. It is a choice to see each moment as sacred, each experience as meaningful, and each challenge as an opportunity for growth. By embracing this practice, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is present, from longing to fulfillment, and from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude becomes not just something you express, but something you embody, transforming your perspective and your life in profound and lasting ways. Repetition is one of the most powerful forces in shaping reality. The things you do, say, and think repeatedly lay the foundation for the life you experience. It is through repetition that beliefs are formed, habits are established, and outcomes are created. Whether consciously or unconsciously, what you focus on and reinforce with consistency becomes your reality. Understanding this principle gives you the ability to take control of your life by deliberately repeating thoughts, actions, and affirmations that align with the reality you wish to create. The mind learns through repetition. From an early age, you absorb beliefs and patterns from your environment through repeated exposure. These beliefs shape your understanding of what is possible, desirable, or even inevitable in life. If you repeatedly heard messages of limitation, such as life is hard or money doesn't grow on trees, those beliefs likely took root in your subconscious mind. On the other hand, if you were surrounded by encouragement and affirmations of possibility, your mind adopted those positive narratives. This process never stops. Your mind continues to absorb and reinforce whatever you focus on most. Repetition strengthens neural pathways in the brain. When a thought or action is repeated, it becomes easier to access and execute because the brain creates more efficient connections to support it. This is why learning a new skill or habit initially feels challenging but becomes second nature over time. The more you practice a new way of thinking or acting, the stronger the neural pathways become, and the more natural it feels. This principle works for both positive and negative patterns, which is why it is crucial to be intentional about what you repeat. In the context of creating your reality, repetition is the mechanism through which affirmations, visualization, and deliberate actions become effective. When you repeat positive affirmations, such as "I am worthy of success" or "abundance flows to me easily," you begin to overwrite old, limiting beliefs. The subconscious mind, which cannot distinguish between reality and imagination, starts to accept these affirmations as truth. Over time, your actions and decisions align with these new beliefs, leading to tangible changes in your external reality. The power of repetition extends beyond thoughts to actions. What you do repeatedly becomes your habit, and your habits shape your life. If you consistently take small steps toward your goals, those actions compound over time, leading to significant progress. For example, a daily practice of gratitude trains your mind to focus on the positive aspects of your life, creating a sense of abundance and attracting more things to be grateful for. Similarly, repeatedly practicing a skill, even for a few minutes a day, leads to mastery over time. Repetition also plays a crucial role in overcoming resistance. When you set out to change your thoughts, habits, or circumstances, you may encounter doubt, discomfort, or setbacks. This resistance is natural because your mind and body are accustomed to the familiar, even if it is not beneficial. By persisting with repetition, you break through this initial resistance and rewire your mind and body to embrace the new. Over time, what once felt difficult becomes effortless, and the new pattern takes root. Consistency is the key to harnessing the power of repetition. Sporadic effort does not create lasting change. Whether you are working on developing a new habit, adopting a positive mindset, or achieving a goal, daily commitment is essential. Even small, consistent actions can create monumental shifts when repeated over time. This consistency signals to your mind and the universe that you are serious about your intentions, amplifying the energy you put into your desired outcome. Repetition also creates momentum. When you repeat positive thoughts and actions, they build upon each other, generating a sense of progress and confidence. This momentum makes it easier to stay on track, even when challenges arise. Conversely, when negative patterns are repeated, they can create a downward spiral of doubt, fear, and inaction. Being mindful of your repetitions allows you to break free from negative cycles and replace them with constructive ones. The beauty of repetition lies in its simplicity. You do not need grand gestures or immediate perfection to create meaningful change. It is the small, repeated actions affirming your worth, taking a step toward your goal, showing gratitude that accumulate to transform your reality. This approach empowers you to start where you are, with what you have, and build from there. It is also important to pair repetition with belief and intention. Repeating something mindlessly or without conviction diminishes its effectiveness. When you affirm, act, or visualize, do so with the belief that your efforts are meaningful and impactful. Feel the truth of your affirmations, imagine the outcome of your actions, and trust the process. This alignment of repetition, belief, and intention accelerates the manifestation of your desired reality. Repetition is a process of creation. It is through consistent, intentional repetition that you shape your thoughts, direct your actions, and design your life. By choosing what you repeat with care, you can break free from limiting patterns and create a reality that reflects your highest potential. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to start anew. Each thought, word, and action you repeat becomes a building block of your future. And with mindful repetition, you can create a life that aligns with your dreams and aspirations. Speaking from a place of love and worthiness transforms not only the words you utter, but also the energy you bring into the world. Every word you speak carries a vibration, a resonance that shapes your relationships, your self-perception, and the reality you create. When your words are rooted in love and a deep sense of your own worth, they carry a power that can heal, uplift, and manifest the life you desire. This practice is not about pretending or performing, but about aligning with the truth of who you are and allowing that truth to guide your expression. To speak from love is to choose a perspective of compassion, kindness, and understanding in your communication. It begins with recognizing that love is not just a feeling but a state of being. When you align with love, you naturally seek to uplift and connect rather than to judge or divide. This does not mean avoiding honesty or difficult conversations. Instead, it means approaching every interaction with an intention to honor the inherent value of yourself and others. Love-infused words have the power to transform even the most challenging situations because they stem from a place of unity rather than separation. Equally important is the foundation of worthiness. Speaking from worthiness means acknowledging your intrinsic value and expressing yourself with confidence and authenticity. It is a declaration that you matter, that your voice deserves to be heard, and that your perspective holds significance. Many people struggle with feelings of unworthiness, often silencing their voices or diminishing their truth out of fear of rejection or judgment. But when you anchor yourself in the understanding that your worth is not dependent on external validation, you can speak with clarity, conviction, and grace. The combination of love and worthiness in your speech creates a powerful harmony. Love ensures that your words are guided by care and intention, while worthiness gives them strength and authenticity. Together, they allow you to communicate in a way that is both heartfelt and impactful. This approach benefits not only the listener but also yourself, as it reinforces your alignment with your highest self. Speaking from love and worthiness becomes a practice of self-respect and self-expression, deepening your connection with your inner truth. The way you speak to yourself is just as important as the way you speak to others. Your internal dialogue shapes your beliefs, emotions, and actions. When your self-talk is infused with love and worthiness, it becomes a source of empowerment rather than self-sabotage. Instead of criticizing yourself for perceived flaws or failures, you can choose words of encouragement and understanding. For example, rather than saying, "I can't do this," you might affirm, "I am learning and growing every day." This shift in language not only boosts your confidence but also reinforces the truth of your inherent value. Practicing love and worthiness in speech requires mindfulness. It involves becoming aware of the words you use, the tone you adopt, and the intentions behind your communication. Before speaking, take a moment to pause and consider, are my words aligned with love? Do they reflect my belief in my own worth and the worth of others? This practice may feel unfamiliar at first, especially if you are accustomed to reacting out of habit or speaking from a place of fear or insecurity. But with intention and repetition, it becomes second nature. One of the most profound ways to speak from love and worthiness is through affirmations. Affirmations are powerful declarations that align your thoughts and words with the reality you wish to create. By affirming statements such as, I am deserving of love and respect, or my words carry wisdom and kindness, you reinforce these truths within yourself. When spoken with belief and emotion, affirmations act as seeds planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious, growing into a life that reflects their essence. Speaking from love and worthiness also requires courage. It takes bravery to express your truth, especially in a world that sometimes dismisses vulnerability or authenticity. But love and worthiness are not about perfection, they are about embracing your humanity and sharing it openly. When you speak from this place, you inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of authenticity and connection. This practice does not mean that every word will always be perfectly chosen or received. There will be moments when fear, frustration, or doubt clouds your speech. When this happens, it is an opportunity to return to love and worthiness, to apologize if needed, and to recommit to speaking from your highest self. Growth is not linear, but each step you take in aligning your words with love and worthiness strengthens your ability to communicate with power and grace. Speaking from love and worthiness is a choice to honor yourself and others, to create with intention, and to live authentically. It is a practice that transforms your relationships, your self-perception, and your impact on the world. When you speak from this place, you radiate a truth that cannot be ignored, a light that touches everyone who hears you. By aligning your words with the energy of love and the truth of your worth, you become a beacon of possibility, reminding yourself and others of the infinite potential that lies within. In conclusion, speaking from love and worthiness is a transformative practice that has the power to shape your life and the lives of those around you. By aligning your words with compassion, authenticity, and a deep sense of your own value, you create an energy that not only uplifts others but also strengthens your connection with your highest self. The words you speak, both to yourself and others, have the potential to heal, inspire, and manifest the reality you desire. Remember, your voice matters, and when spoken from a place of love and worthiness, it becomes a force for positive change. Thank you for taking the time to reflect on the power of your words. May you continue to speak with love, confidence, and authenticity, knowing that every word you choose is creating the life you truly deserve. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you of a truth so profound that it can transform your entire existence. The victory you seek is not out there, it is within you. The moment you declare, I'm going to win, you are not just making a statement, you are setting a law into motion. The foundation of all achievement lies in what you assume to be true about yourself and the world. Assumptions, though often overlooked, are the silent architects of our reality. They shape our thoughts, mold our emotions, and direct our actions. What you deeply and consistently believe about yourself becomes the framework within which your life unfolds. If you assume success, prosperity, and happiness to be yours, life will inevitably align itself to reflect those assumptions. This is not mere wishful thinking, but a profound truth rooted in the nature of consciousness. When you assume something, you do more than hope or wish for it, you accept it as fact, regardless of whether the physical evidence supports it at the moment. This is the essence of creative power. Life mirrors your inner state. What you consistently feel to be true becomes your experience, for the world outside is but a projection of the world within. Your assumptions are the seeds you plant in the fertile soil of consciousness, and like any seed, they grow and bear fruit in due season. The beauty of assumption lies in its simplicity. You do not need to struggle or strain to make it work. There is no effort required to force external circumstances to align with your desires. Instead, the work is entirely internal. You need only to persist in the feeling that your desire is already fulfilled. This feeling, held with conviction, has the power to transform your reality in ways that defy logic and reason. Consider this: when you assume a position of confidence and success, you naturally carry yourself differently. Your posture changes, your voice steadies, and your actions take on a purposeful quality. These outward expressions are not deliberate, they flow effortlessly from the assumption you hold within. Similarly, when you assume lack or failure, your energy reflects hesitation, doubt, and fear, and your reality mirrors those feelings back to you. The power of assumption is neutral, it works in either direction. Therefore, it is vital to assume consciously, to choose deliberately what you will believe about yourself and your world. Many people make the mistake of waiting for external validation before adopting a positive assumption. They wait to see evidence of success before believing they are successful, or they wait for love to arrive before feeling loved. But this approach reverses the natural order. The truth is that the inner change must come first. The outer world is but a shadow, responding to the light of your inner state. By assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you bring the invisible into visibility. It is not the evidence that creates belief, it is belief that creates the evidence. This process does not require struggle, only persistence. Assumptions gain power through repetition and feeling. The more you dwell on an idea with conviction, the more it becomes a part of your subconscious mind. Once embedded in the subconscious, it begins to work tirelessly to bring itself into manifestation. This is why it is essential to guard your assumptions carefully. Do not allow doubts or negative beliefs to take root. Instead, nurture only those ideas that align with your highest aspirations. The power of assumption also liberates you from the tyranny of circumstances. No matter how dire a situation may appear, you are never bound by it. Circumstances are transient, they are effects, not causes. The cause always lies within you, in the assumptions you hold. By changing your assumption, you change the cause, and the effect must follow. This truth is not reserved for the few or the fortunate, it is universal. It applies to everyone, in every situation. Whatever you desire, you can assume it to be yours. Begin now to live as though your dreams are already realized. Feel the joy, the peace, and the gratitude of having already achieved your goals. Hold that feeling steadfastly and watch as life bends to match your vision. For the power of assumption is the power to create, and it is yours to wield. Living from the end is a transformative way of approaching life, one that redefines how you perceive your desires and interact with your reality. It is the art of embodying the state of your wish fulfilled, not as something distant or uncertain, but as a present and tangible truth. This principle shifts your focus from longing and effort to alignment and assurance, enabling you to manifest your deepest desires with grace and ease. When you live from the end, you mentally and emotionally dwell in the state of already having achieved what you desire. It is not about wishing or hoping for something to happen, it is about feeling as if it has already occurred. This shift in consciousness creates a powerful alignment between your inner state and the outer reality you seek to experience. The key lies in recognizing that the external world is a reflection of your inner state. To change your circumstances, you must first change the way you perceive and feel about them. Imagine for a moment the life you desire. What would it feel like to have your dream job, a loving relationship, or financial freedom? Close your eyes and vividly picture the details of that life. See yourself enjoying it, hear the sounds of your success, and feel the emotions that come with it. That feeling of joy, gratitude, and fulfillment is the essence of living from the end. When you hold on to that state and make it your dominant experience, the outer world begins to rearrange itself to match your inner reality. This process is not about denying the present moment or pretending that challenges do not exist. It is about transcending the limitations of the present by anchoring yourself in the certainty of your desired outcome. Living from the end allows you to move through life with confidence and clarity, knowing that the path to your goal is unfolding perfectly. even if the steps are not immediately visible. It eliminates doubt and fear, because your focus is no longer on what might happen, but on the unwavering conviction that your desire is already yours. One of the profound aspects of living from the end is how it transforms your actions and decisions. When you see yourself as already successful, your behavior naturally aligns with that belief. You take bold steps, speak with confidence, and approach challenges with resilience, because you are no longer trying to achieve something, you are simply expressing the reality of what you already know to be true. This shift in perspective not only accelerates the manifestation of your desires, but also brings a sense of peace and empowerment. Doubts and contradictions may arise, especially when the current reality appears to conflict with your vision. But this is where persistence and faith come into play. Living from the end requires that you trust the process and remain steadfast in your inner state, regardless of external circumstances. The world around you may take time to catch up with the reality you are embodying, but it must eventually conform. Circumstances are temporary and fluid, while your inner conviction is the true creative force. Living from the end is not limited to specific goals or milestones. It is a way of life. It invites you to consistently align with your highest self, to see yourself as the person you aspire to be, and to act from that place of assurance and completeness. Each time you practice this, you strengthen your ability to create consciously and intentionally. Over time, it becomes second nature, and your life transforms into a reflection of your most cherished visions. Living from the end is about recognizing that you are the creator of your reality. The power to shape your life lies within you, in your ability to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and to dwell in that state with unwavering faith. As you do so, you unlock the limitless potential of your imagination and witness the miraculous unfolding of a life that aligns perfectly with your deepest desires. Imagination is the most powerful faculty you possess, for it is the very essence of creation. It is through imagination that everything in the physical world comes into existence. Before anything can appear in reality, it must first exist in the realm of thought and imagination. This truth underscores a profound principle: imagination creates reality. Your ability to imagine is not a passive exercise or a form of idle daydreaming. It is the act of shaping the unseen into the seen, the intangible into the tangible. Every invention, every great work of art, and every human achievement began as an idea in someone's mind. It was imagined, nurtured, and believed in before it was brought into the world. This creative power is not reserved for a select few. It is a universal ability inherent in every individual. The question is not whether you are using your imagination, but how you are using it. Are you consciously creating the life you desire, or are you allowing your imagination to run unchecked, producing results that reflect fear, doubt, or limitation? The secret lies in the intentional use of imagination. To create the life you want, you must first see it clearly in your mind's eye. Construct vivid mental scenes that represent the fulfillment of your desires. Imagine yourself living the life you dream of, experiencing the joy, satisfaction, and peace that come with it. The more detailed and emotionally charged these scenes are, the more powerfully they impress upon your subconscious mind. Your subconscious does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. It accepts whatever you consistently feed it as true and works tirelessly to bring that reality into being. Imagination also allows you to transcend the limitations of your current circumstances. It frees you from the constraints of the present moment, enabling you to explore possibilities that may seem impossible or out of reach. When you engage your imagination, you step into a realm where anything is possible. You are no longer bound by what you see or experience in the physical world. Instead, you align yourself with the reality you wish to create, and as you persist in that alignment, your outer world begins to shift to match your inner vision. This process requires faith and persistence. It is not enough to imagine once and then return to old patterns of doubt and worry. You must live in the state of your imagined reality, revisiting it often and holding it as your dominant mental picture. Even when evidence to the contrary appears, you must remain steadfast in your vision, knowing that the unseen is just as real, if not more so, than what is visible. Your imagination is the blueprint, and reality is simply the structure that forms around it. One of the greatest obstacles to fully embracing the creative power of imagination is the tendency to focus on how your desires will come to pass. This concern is unnecessary and counterproductive. The how is not your responsibility, it is the work of the unseen forces that respond to your focused imagination. Your role is to clearly define what you want and to dwell in the feeling of its fulfillment. Trust that the means will reveal themselves in perfect time and in ways that often surpass your expectations. Imagination creates reality not only on a grand scale but also in the small, everyday details of life. The thoughts and images you habitually entertain shape your experiences in countless ways. Whether you realize it or not, you are constantly imagining and thereby creating. But by becoming aware of this process and directing it consciously, you take control of your destiny. In embracing this truth, you discover that you are not a passive observer of life, but an active participant in its creation. Your imagination is your tool, your compass, and your source of infinite possibility. Use it wisely, and you will see that the life you envision is not just a dream, but a reality waiting to unfold. The world around you will transform as your inner vision becomes your outer experience, proving time and again that imagination truly creates reality. Faith and persistence are the twin pillars upon which all manifestations rest. Together, they form an unshakable foundation for creating the life you desire. Faith is the unwavering belief in the unseen, the conviction that what you desire already exists, even if there is no physical evidence to support it. Persistence is the consistent alignment with that belief, a steadfast refusal to be swayed by circumstances, challenges, or delays. When these two qualities are combined, they become an unstoppable force, enabling you to bring your desires from the realm of imagination into tangible reality. Faith begins with trust in the power within you. It is the knowing that your desires are not random or unattainable, but are meant to be realized. Faith does not waver in the face of adversity, because it is rooted in an understanding of the creative process. What you hold firmly in your mind and feel deeply in your heart must ultimately become your experience. Faith demands that you live in the conviction of your wish fulfilled, acting and thinking as if your desired outcome is already a fact. This mental and emotional alignment is not wishful thinking, it is the deliberate creation of reality through the power of your belief. Yet, faith alone is not enough. It must be accompanied by persistence, the determined practice of holding to your vision regardless of appearances. Persistence is what carries you through the moments when doubt creeps in, or when the outer world seems to contradict your inner conviction. It is the commitment to stay the course, to continue affirming and feeling your desired state, even when the path is unclear or the journey feels long. Persistence ensures that your faith does not falter under pressure. Together, faith and persistence form a powerful synergy. Faith gives you the clarity and confidence to know what you want and believe it is yours, while persistence ensures that this belief remains steady until it manifests. Without persistence, faith can waver. Without faith, persistence loses its direction. But when they work in harmony, they create a magnetic force that draws your desires to you with precision and certainty. The challenges you face along the way are not roadblocks, but opportunities to deepen your faith and strengthen your persistence. Every delay, every obstacle, and every moment of doubt is a test of your resolve. Will you hold to your vision, or will you allow circumstances to dictate your reality? Those who succeed are not those who never face challenges, but those who refuse to let challenges define their journey. They understand that setbacks are temporary, and that the power of faith and persistence will eventually overcome all obstacles. Persistence also requires discipline. It is easy to let fleeting emotions or external distractions pull you away from your vision. But true persistence involves a deliberate choice to return to your desired state again and again, no matter how many times you are tempted to waver. This practice of mental and emotional alignment is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. The more you persist, the stronger your belief becomes, and the more quickly your reality shifts to match your vision. Faith and persistence teach you that you are the creator of your reality. They empower you to rise above circumstances, to see beyond limitations, and to claim the life you desire with confidence and determination. By embodying these qualities, you align yourself with the natural flow of creation, transforming your dreams into reality and proving that nothing is impossible for one who believes and persists. Ignoring the evidence of the senses is a profound yet challenging principle for manifesting the life you desire. It is the conscious choice to look beyond the physical world and trust in the unseen reality you are creating within. The senses sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell are powerful tools for experiencing the material world, but they are often deceptive when it comes to shaping your destiny. They present the world as it appears now, not as it could be, and can trap you in a cycle of reacting to what already exists rather than creating what you want. To ignore their evidence is to rise above appearances and anchor yourself in the vision of your desired reality. The senses reflect the past, the result of prior thoughts, beliefs, and actions. What you see in the world around you is not fixed. It is a product of your consciousness. By the time something appears in your physical experience, it is already the outcome of previous inner states. If you allow the evidence of your senses to dictate your thoughts and feelings, you are merely perpetuating the same reality over and over again. To break free from this cycle, you must focus not on what is but on what can be. You must dare to imagine and feel as though your desire is already fulfilled, regardless of what your senses are reporting. This practice requires an unwavering commitment to your inner vision. When you ignore the evidence of the senses, you are not denying reality or pretending challenges do not exist. Instead, you are choosing to give your attention and energy to a higher reality, the one you are actively creating through your imagination, beliefs, and feelings. It is the refusal to let temporary conditions define your future. By turning away from appearances, you reclaim your power to shape your life consciously. The senses are often reinforced by external opinions and societal norms. People may tell you that your dreams are unrealistic or that your circumstances are too difficult to overcome. These voices can make the evidence of the senses seem even more convincing. But those who achieve great things are those who dare to defy appearances and trust in their vision. They understand that what others see as impossible is only a reflection of their limited perspective, not an absolute truth. Persisting in the unseen requires faith, a deep belief in the reality of your desire. This faith is not blind, it is a deliberate choice to trust in the creative power within you. When you imagine vividly and feel deeply as though your desire is already realized, you impress this new reality upon your subconscious mind. The subconscious, in turn, begins to orchestrate events, circumstances, and opportunities to bring your vision into physical form. But this process can only unfold if you remain steadfast in your belief and refuse to be swayed by what the senses report. Doubts and fears often arise when there is a gap between your inner vision and the outer world. This is where the power of ignoring the evidence of the senses becomes most crucial. It is in these moments that you must reaffirm your commitment to your desired state. Instead of reacting to appearances, respond with faith and conviction. Remind yourself that the outer world is malleable, a reflection of your inner state, and that it must eventually conform to the reality you hold within. To master this principle, practice detachment from the physical world. This does not mean withdrawing from life or neglecting responsibilities. It means shifting your focus from external circumstances to your inner state. Spend time each day imagining the fulfillment of your desires. Feel the emotions of already having what you want, and carry those feelings with you throughout your day. Let them guide your actions and decisions, and let them be more real to you than the current conditions. Ignoring the evidence of the senses is not easy, especially in a world that values tangible proof and immediate results. But it is the key to unlocking the creative power within you. It allows you to move from a reactive state to a creative one, where you are no longer at the mercy of circumstances, but are actively shaping your reality. Trust in the unseen, persist in your vision, and watch as the outer world aligns with the truth you have cultivated within. In doing so, you will discover the limitless potential of your imagination and the profound truth that you are the creator of your life. To act as the winner now is to live with the confidence, mindset, and behaviors of someone who has already achieved their goals. It is the powerful act of embodying success before it physically manifests. This principle is rooted in the understanding that reality is shaped by your beliefs and actions, not merely by circumstances. The key to bringing your desires into being lies in the ability to think, feel, and act as though you have already won, regardless of what your current situation may be. When you adopt the mindset of a winner, you set into motion the events and opportunities that will ultimately lead you to success. The first step in acting as the winner now is to believe that success is inevitable for you. Winners do not question their worth or wonder if they are capable of achieving their dreams. They know it is simply a matter of when, not if. This unwavering belief creates a sense of certainty in everything they do. They approach challenges with confidence, knowing that they have the ability to overcome any obstacle that comes their way. If you want to create your desired reality, you must also cultivate this unshakable belief in your own success. The moment you truly believe that your success is inevitable, you unlock the potential to take inspired actions that lead to that success. Once you have established this belief, acting as the winner now requires you to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the successful outcome you desire. It means making decisions and taking steps from the perspective of someone who has already reached their goals. You must begin to ask yourself, how would a winner think, speak, and act in this situation when you live from the place of success? You no longer wait for external conditions to change before acting. Instead, you act in accordance with the life you want to create, even before the physical evidence appears. This is where persistence and consistency come in. A winner is not deterred by temporary setbacks or challenges. They understand that obstacles are simply part of the journey, and that their success is not contingent on smooth sailing, but on their ability to stay the course. Acting as the winner now requires you to maintain focus on your vision, no matter how long the path may seem. Winners do not give up when faced with adversity. They persist, learn from failures, and keep moving forward with renewed determination. Another vital aspect of acting as the winner now is the cultivation of an abundant mindset. Winners do not focus on limitations or scarcity. Instead, they see opportunities everywhere. They approach every situation with the belief that there is more than enough for everyone, and that success is not a limited resource. This mindset allows them to stay open to new ideas, new opportunities, and new ways of achieving their goals. When you adopt this mindset, you will begin to notice the doors that open for you and the opportunities that align with your desires. As you continue to embody the traits of a winner, you also begin to develop the discipline and habits that successful individuals practice daily. Winners understand the importance of consistency and self-motivation. They know that small, daily actions lead to big results over time. Whether it's dedicating time to learning, growing your skills, or taking steps toward your goals every single day, acting as the winner now involves setting the foundation for long-term success. Winners know that their actions today create the reality of tomorrow. Acting as the winner now requires you to trust the process and have faith in your journey. The external world will not immediately reflect the success you feel on the inside, but that does not mean you are not on the right path. You must trust that the universe or life itself is aligning circumstances and opportunities to bring your desires to fruition. Even when things seem difficult, remember that everything is working in your favor. Acting as the winner now means surrendering to the flow of life, knowing that all things are unfolding as they should, in perfect timing. To act as the winner now is to take full ownership of your life and your success. It is about living with the conviction, mindset, and habits of a person who has already achieved their desires. When you believe in your success, take inspired action, maintain persistence, cultivate an abundant mindset, and trust the process. You align yourself with the outcomes you seek. Success is not something that happens in the future, it is something you create in the present. Act as the winner now, and watch as your reality transforms to match the success you've already claimed. In conclusion, remember that your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are the true architects of your reality. By acting as the winner now, you set the stage for your success and align yourself with the life you desire. It's not about waiting for the right moment or for external conditions to change. It's about living with unwavering confidence, persistence, and faith in your vision, no matter what your current circumstances may be. You are the creator of your reality, and by embodying the mindset of success, you will inevitably manifest the life you envision. Thank you for taking the time to listen and reflect on these principles. May you step forward with courage, belief, and the unshakable conviction that you are already on your path to greatness. Keep trusting in yourself and keep acting as the winner now. Your success is inevitable. Thank you.